Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls across the globe, tuning in here today to Honcast.com for some fun, and what is going to be the first day here of the group stages of Destination DreamHack, baby. What a day ahead of us. What a week ahead of us, really. We'll get into that in just a moment. But, of course, I am Bricky CPK. Joining me is Terrell Alfamador, as always. And you, ladies and gentlemen, are tuning in to the group selection show here on Honcast.com. Always a lot of fun with these shows.
Yeah, these selection shows are always so much fun. I'm more excited for this than say I was for like the Redemption Grand Finals. I don't know why, but seeing all these teams. I mean, I'm looking at the team list right now that's in here. This Han Tour trophy.
Yes,
this is
Han
what
Tour
you win,
trophy.
by the way, if you do take Han Tour in the Grand Finals. This is it. But I'm looking at all these teams that are in there, and we've actually got a handful of some really great teams, some really talented teams. Yes, they might not be the top tier, but they definitely have the talent. And we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, again, obviously there's 16 teams that remain here now to get to here. It started with 128 teams, of course, in the round of 128. That started this past weekend on Saturday. It went into the round of 64 and the round of 32, which we covered yesterday, and a couple of pretty sweet matches that we covered and had a lot of fun there. But now we're down to the final 16 teams here in DreamHack Destination DreamHack, where eventually we're going to find out which 3 teams are going to be going to DreamHack Winter 2012 and joining our already travelers in Complexity, Trademark Esports, and, of course, Cats Gaming from CIS, already going to be going to DreamHack Winter 2012 as a result of them qualifying. So those teams, specifically Complexity and Trademark, of course, they are not in this event for obvious reason. With that only being on the line, makes absolutely no sense. There is no prize pool. It is simply you get a trip to DreamHack Winter 2012. So, I mean, obviously that is a prize pool in a sense, but they're already going, so it wouldn't make any sense for them to compete. So they are not in this event because of that, but that does open the door, really. As you're kind of listing right there, it really does open the door to a lot of these teams that, sure, there's several teams that you definitely will recognize. Of course, we have our TT Esports, our Q Squad 357, now just known as Q Squad, I believe, Pikachu, and so on. But there are some teams in here, as you may have seen on the list that was showing just before we came on, guys, of teams that, we really don't know too much about. We're going to hopefully give you a little bit of information as far as their rosters go, but I'm intrigued to see what these teams can bring to the table. And, they got here in the first place, so maybe we'll see some upsets.
We definitely could. Now, the way that we're going to do this, obviously, is you're going to have 8 people in each group.
Yeah.
And we're going to choose them just A1 and B1 as we go down the line in choosing these. So the people that we choose right away, they're not going to play each other. We'll figure that out as we go along with the selection process. But the way this is going to work is if you win your group, there's going to be 3 people from each group that are going to win. You're not going to play someone else in your group in those grand finals, in the best of 5 finals after that. You're going to be playing the top 3 in the other group. So that's one interesting thing to think about. If you have, like, say you're bunkered down and you have TT Esports in your group A, and you get top 3, you're not going to have to worry about playing TT Esports in the grand finals for that one of those trips to DreamHack. So there's a lot of things to think about right now.
Yeah, exactly how it works out. Top 3 from each group are advancing on to that grand final stage, as you put it, where they'll play another team from the other top 3 group, and they'll play in a best-of-5 show match. Winner goes to DreamHack. Loser is absolutely done. It's going to be the first seed from Group A, third seed Group B, both the second seeds, and then third seed from Group A, and then first seed from Group B. So kind of like an up and down there as far as who they're playing out. So really, in your group, you're honestly just looking to get top 3. Obviously, winning it will match you up against the third-place team in the other group, and that can definitely have its benefit. But you just want to get top 3 at the very least, because that will set you up in that best-of-5 show match where that DreamHack Winter 2000 trip is on the line. Again, I chuckle a little bit every time I hear it because that is just so epic. It really is. I cannot wait to start covering that when we eventually get to that point. But on that note, we actually don't want to take too much time here to get this. We want to get this started because actually we are set to start these matches later on today in about 50 minutes from now, actually.
It's basically almost right after the selection
we
process.
don't have too much time here. We're going to do this, get the selections out there. We're going to talk about, what the groups look like, and then we're going to go into getting ready to cast our very first match here from the group stages. So on that note, I think it is time to begin the drawings and see who's going to be where. So as you said, well, one last look at the teams here to see who we're actually dealing with as far as the 16 teams in total. So you got TT Esports, Gary Johnson 2012, Pikachu, Q Squad, Thug Sauce, Druids, Returners, DOS also stands for Denmark owns Sweden. Pinate Polite, I believe that's kind of like an Isopolite remake. I'm not exactly sure, though. Bunker Down, Team Kierk.
Shout out to Team Kierk.
Zit, funny there. Black Sheep, FYKU, also known as Fuck You, Curdy. Always love saying that. C1K, Call It Karma, and then Will Smith, Best Rapper 2012.
Swag.
Oh, I forgot the swag part
swag
in there. Yeah. Anyways.
He's butchering these team names.
Hey, I try my best. So those are the 16 teams that did qualify for this portion, and they are all in here, as we said. We already cut them up. There are great arts and crafts that I always do for these. Very, very fancy stuff we have here. All right, so without further ado, I think we're ready to select the first team. So this will be the first team in Group A here to see which team is going to be in Group A.
So we'll just hold them in a line.
I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it up.
B1,
Yeah, probably make it easy in that sense. We'll also have, of course, our producer, Killer Orange. She'll be making some graphics for you guys and letting you guys know visually what it looks like. Oh, somebody trying to get out there. All right, so there you go. Shuffled up, so now Trey Manor going and reach in there.
This is going to be A1, so this is the first team in the Group A. It's Team Kierk.
Team Kierk. You know all about those guys. Team Kierk, it's probably not going to show up. It's such small font. Again, our perfect arts and crafts here. So Team Kierk is officially going to be the first team in the group stages, so they're going to be A1, basically. Again, it's not necessarily like a seeding or anything. It really is just to see who's going to be in which group ultimately in the end. So Team Kierk, just real quickly, their roster, that includes, we got Misery, Onsirk.
Yep.
Onsirk, is that Mookies, Angry Devo, Lalonde, Hydre, and Kento Bean. So there are a couple of names on there. Lalonde is definitely one. Of course, Mookies, Angry Devo I definitely recognize. So it's a solid team.
They actually, correct me if I'm wrong, they actually did eliminate Pudge.
Yes.
Dendy's
Jungle
Devos. I almost said Angry Devos Jungles or something like that. Dendy's Jungle Devos. They actually eliminated them before even getting here. So that says a lot already about Team Kierk. Shout out to Team Kierk.
There you go.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the big upsets there. So as you can see, as I promised you, Killer Orange comes through. Group A there, going to be Team Kierk. This is my turn this time. I'll go do Group B. So now this is going to be from Group B. We'll see the first team is Group B. Again, they're not playing each other, so just to clarify that once again. This is to see who's going to be the first team in Group B. It's going to be Zit. Z-H-I-T. Zit.
And that team consists of Crazy Bean. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. It's kind of an interesting name. Jollum. Again, Catlow Main. Heartskate, Baltazar, and Bisexual.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, so so again, this is one of those teams. Obviously, again, there's some player names on there that you will recognize: Catlow Main, Jolim, Heartskate, definitely a name that I at least recognize. But this is kind of one of those teams, we don't know a whole lot about. So it is going to be interesting to see what they do as far as in this event. So they're going to be the first team in Group B there. So now back to you. So I guess
you'll be A. That's A1 and B1 respectively. Now we're going to A2.
All right, there you go.
A2. So this is in Group A, and this will be Q Squad.
Q Squad again. I believe now they're just known as Q Squad. They are the only Q Squad in this event, so we'll just go ahead and call it Q Squad for the sake of making it easy. Let's be honest.
Yep.
So Q Squad, their team does consist though of Insomnia, Malay, Horsespell, Jonathan Fan, SQY, Slate, and Style. So that is the same team from the Redemption tournament that, of course, got 4th place. They had a strong finish there, and they no doubt have to be one of the favorites here in this round of 16 group stage format. So, again, just to clarify how the matchups today are going to work, it will be A1 versus A8, A2 versus A7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. So they're not going to be playing each other, so just in case people were curious about that, that's how eventually it's going to work out. So anyways, let's go into B2 now, I believe we're at. Who's going to be joining Cat Lomain and crew over there? It is going to be throwing somebody out. Here, I'm going to actually choose this one, whoever I threw out. Thug Sauce,
Thug Sauce, okay.
Hardcore stuff there.
Thug Sauce is actually the old Lions team, if you remember Lions, and they are consisting of a roster of Hanskin, Super KGE, ALG, LG, Noob F, and Seal Kid. So that was the old Lions. They will now be placed in Group B as B number 2. They will play the 7th seed. Well, not really seed, but 7th spot of that B group. So.
Just today. Again, they ultimately will play everyone. So that's the thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's right.
They're ultimately going to play everyone, so really that's just for today's matchups here. But you will play everyone in the same group or once in a best-of-3 format. So Here we go. Who's going to be in A3 spot here? Who's going to join Team Kierk and Q Squad?
Pignette Pilet.
Pignette Pilet. I have no clue what I'm saying, but, well, something tells me it's probably not the...
It's probably not age appropriate.
Probably not appropriate. I believe this is a Finnish team. I want to say it's a remake kind of ISO Pilet, but I'm not exactly sure on that. I can't confirm that. I will say I do have the roster here, so go look at that. We have Tubi, Deerfix, Ethne, Hosa, Make 1998, and No Instances. So a couple of those names seem familiar. Again, it's been a while since I've actually we've casted ISO Pilet, so I'm not exactly sure, but I believe they are a Finnish team. So let's go ahead and take a quick recap here of the teams that we're dealing with and, who's where. So, again, Group A, we got Team Kierk, Q Squad, and Pignette Pilet joining them right there. So those 3 of the 8 teams. And then Group B, of course, we're sitting on Zit and Thug Sauce, a.k.a. the Lions, former Lions team, as you talked about. So, all right, let's go. Group B now.
Moving on. Did I draw last? Or did
I believe you drew the last one, yeah.
I did? Okay.
Yes. It's my turn.
Let me shuffle this up.
Okay. All right. So who's going to be in the third spot in Group B? So again, we're trying to do this a little bit quicker here, guys, as we do have that match coming up after, and don't want to keep you in too much suspense. Black Sheep is going to be joining Thug Sauce and Zit there in Group B, and you know some information about Black Sheep.
Yeah, they're a team that consists of I don't want to have a negative connotation, but somewhat pub stars. They are high-rated TMMers, and they're very talented players that we were just talking about. They're very talented players, and they just need to get in stone a strategy that works for them and works at the more competitive level. But, yeah, that being said, they're very good players, and I'm especially interested to see how they will do this tournament. I'm expecting them to actually finish quite high or do quite well in this tournament.
Yeah.
So make sure to watch out for them, guys. Black Sheep.
Black Sheep, again, kind of one of these teams. Don't know a whole lot about, especially in competitive play. They could surprise us, though.
Yeah, let's just list the roster really fast. It's Jakol, TK Hero, Present Rape, Diglett, Woody Fly 1. I believe that's also Cripples, if you're playing in that TMM scene on the North American side. And Teal are the members of Black Sheep. So make sure to watch out for them, guys.
There you go. All right, so, okay, my turn. Your turn.
My turn.
Your turn, that's right. Group A here. So, 4th team in Group A. Who is going to be joining those 3 others, Kierk, Q Squad, and Pignette Pilet? It will be... The suspense is killing me.
Fuck you, Curdy.
Fuck you, Curdy. FYKU, their tag. It's just so fun to say the name, though. Fuck you, Curdy. Of course, a team that we do recognize. They were both in the Summer Championships as well as the Redemption Tournament. They didn't make it to the round of 8, neither one, but still a team that made some progress and looked pretty solid all around. So their roster, it includes Kors, VN Sensation, Pua, Xstab, Shizor, and Slaxon 93. So...
course.
This is a team, definitely a team that is, like I said, they have some recent experience. We'll see how much that helps them going into the round of 16 group stage here in Destination DreamHack.
Yeah, definitely. So, all you FYKU fans out there, make sure to watch them in Group A. And they will be playing, they're now in the 4th spot. They will be playing the team actually we list right under them in Group A. But right now we got Group B in the 4th spot. So let's draw that out real fast.
All right, who's it going to be? Aha, Bunker Down. Bunker Down. These guys, we actually casted them yesterday. If you happen to tune in, the VOD is also up if you missed it. Bunker Down, they actually, again, I don't know if you can call it really an upset, but they did happen to meet up against DMSN, Smack Donald, and their team over there in the round of 32 to see who was going to be making this part. And Bunker Down did win the series 2-0 in pretty deciding fashion. It honestly was a pretty, I don't want to say easy time for them, but they looked very, very strong against them. Their roster, this is kind of a former 15 team as well. Their roster includes Got Supported, Rhythme, FedEx for the Win, Flensmeister, and Sweet Pro. So that's definitely team. Bassett's also was playing for them yesterday as well.
I was going to say, is Got Supported Bassett's?
I think that is, actually.
It must be, because he's not. I mean, he's been with that team for so long, so I'm only going to assume that.
Oh, yeah, and Zep Pro also does play for them as well. He's not actually on our
Sweet
roster
Pro.
here, but Sweet Pro.
Yeah.
Zep Pro, a.k.a. Sweet Pro. So, let's take a look at actually how the groups are shaping up now. Of course, so we have 4 teams in each group. There's Group A. We got Team Kierk, Q Squad, Pignette Pilet, and FYKU. From Group B, we actually have Zit, Thug Sauce, Black Sheep, and Bunker Down. So, as you said just a second ago, we're going to now start seeing our first matchup for today in terms of which team's going to be playing which. So I'll go ahead and shuffle this up. Who's going to be joining Group A?
This will be this team I'm going to pick right now will be playing FACU Curdy. I have to say it. I'm sorry. We'll be playing FYKU today. So that will be Gary Johnson 2012.
Gary Johnson 2012, making a political statement there. So this is a team that actually you will definitely recognize as soon as I get to the roster. This team, it's basically Swindamelons and crew. We got Panny, who's actually their manager, I'm being told. I don't know if he's planning on playing, but he kind of is a sub. But Sender, Skyzo, Kzu, Swindamelons, and Z-Freak. So you look at that roster right there, no doubt has to be a team that you got to favor a little bit. I mean, skill-wise and experience-wise even, a lot of these players have plenty of experience on the competitive scene. This is definitely a team that could make a splash here in this Destination DreamHack event. A newly formed team just before this event, mind you.
Definitely. I mean, seems like a lot of teams have been shuffling around and trying out new rosters, but they've been scrimming frequently, and I think that's really the key to success here. Yeah. And the interesting thing about this DreamHack Destination DreamHack tournament is I feel like this is going to be a tournament where we have the best games that we've casted yet, because a lot of these teams are going to be so evenly matched, and a lot of these teams are actually very good. I mean, we have, of course, the returners. They're coming back with some star players themselves. You still have TT Esports. There's just a lot of great players and teams right now, even in this tournament. So it's going to be really, I think, the most fun to watch, in my opinion. But we'll wait and see. This will be the next B slot. This will be B5 for today, and they will be playing Bunker Down just for today. Again, we're talking about just for today.
Just for some immediate matchups.
Yeah,
here.
They will all be playing each other eventually, but here we go.
Some possible matchups that we could be casting today, basically, is what it's really about. So let's see who's going to be that fifth spot. It is going to be Will Smith, Best Rapper 2012 Swag. That's right. Will Smith is a great rap, getting jiggy with it, one of the best songs ever made. Now this is an interesting team because there's a name on this team, Jabba Waba. You may remember him from last DreamHack winter 2012. He did play for Frenetic Array at the time. He's a fun guy, to say the least. He did eventually move on to Dota 2, I believe, but he is now back playing some Heroes of New Earth, and he's got his Australian mates going to be playing here in the group stages of the Destination DreamHack event. So I'm not going to lie, I may be a little bit rooting for these guys, especially, again, Jabba Waba is just such an awesome guy. I wouldn't mind seeing him and hanging out with him again at DreamHack. So.
If you're not rooting for Jabba Waba, you're definitely rooting for the name. Will Smith, Best Rapper 2012 Swag.
Yes, it definitely is. So they're going to be playing Bunker Down today, at least it's scheduled to. So we'll see. Definitely, I'm very interested to see. They got a tough matchup just to start things off. So we'll see right off the bat, really what they're going to bring to the table. So 5 teams in each group. We have 3 more left for both groups here. 6 in total, so let's go ahead and continue on. Actually, it's my turn to shuffle it up. I'm trying to take my spot.
This is going to be number 6.
Yeah, so this will play Pinit Palit here.
The 3, yep.
This team will play Pinit Palit today. So let's see who's it going to be and who's going to be joining Group A. Like when we make our own.
Call it Karma.
Call it Karma.
It's a very tiny little.
They got a little cut down there. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so Call It Karma going to be joining Group A over there. Call It Karma. This is actually a team that you also may recognize. Of course, they too have had some recent success in the Summer Championships as well as the Redemption event. Their roster includes the Jellyfish, Calbergs, Alme, I'm Carrie, Tutankamo, EU Bro, and I'm Not Carrie. So kind of some names that are fitting. And I believe I'm Carrie plays the carry and I'm Not Carrie plays the support. So
that wouldn't be right at all.
Go figure, right?
They should do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Throw the other team off.
Really catch them off guard. Oh, next level strats right there.
I know.
All right, so they're going to be playing Pinit Palit today here in their match, and they're going to be joining Group A. So that's how things are shaping up. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. 6th team in Group B. We still got some big names left. We got TT Esports. Pikachu is still left. Who else are we looking
at? The Returners.
The Returners. That's a big one. I know that a lot of people are interested about them. Of course, that's Angry Testy, Emperor, and that crew. And speaking of the Returners, it's not going to be them. It's going to be Druids here as the 6th pick for, I believe, sixth pick for Group B.
Ah.
So Druids will be playing Black Sheep in their first round matchup tonight.
Yeah, Druids, let's go through the roster real fast. It's Pew, P-E-W, Pew. There's actually a number of different Pews. Sequence, Archie Tiger, Stroyfutter, Fuzi, Znawi, and Keppo. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is, of course, Druids is an organization that you may be familiar with if you follow the competitive pawn scene. It seems like every single DreamHack, they kind of resurrect before DreamHack.
Yeah.
They send at least a couple teams, depending on how they do, and then after DreamHack, it's like, well, there they go. So, kind of a rinse and repeat here with them. But let's take a quick glance once again of what we're dealing with here. So, Group A, 6 of the 8 teams. We got Team Kirk, Q Squad, Pinage Blade, FYKU, Gary Johnson 2012, and Call It Karma. So there you go for Group A, and then Group B.
Group B, we have Zit, Thug Sauce, or formerly Lions, Black Sheep, Bunker Down, formerly Team 15, Will Smith, Best Rapper 2012 Swag, and Druids. So.
Oh my God, I can't wait to cast them. I really hope we do. It's going to be a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 more for each group is left. Here we are. We're down to the final 4. We got TT Esports, Pikachu, the Returners, and then who is the 4th team, actually? I should probably not count them out. Denmark owns Sweden. That's another team.
Who did take out Vitriolic, by the way.
They defeated Vitriolic, as that was definitely an upset there. So, all right, who's going to be? Who's going to be in Group A? This team is going to play Q Squad, whoever this is.
The Returners!
The Returners. I don't know why I tried to do that. The Returners going to be playing Q Squad. Today is at least, again, the scheduled match, so that sounded like a possibly good match, actually. Well, we'll see. We'll see if maybe
That's
we're going to go
probably
ahead and do that.
The most even match.
Yeah, Q Squad going to be taking on the Returners today. So the Returners, they will join Group A with Gary Johnson 2012, Call It Karma, FYKU, Pinage Blade, Q Squad, and Team Kirk. Group A, man, shaping up to be a strong group there, I must say. Of course, quickly, their roster.
Yep.
The Returners, it includes Emperor, Cookies, Enzo, Angry Testy, and they have some alt names on here, so I'm just trying to clarify. Toronto, last I heard, unfortunately, he decided that he's not going to be playing in the end, so he is not going to be part of the roster. So Emperor, Cookies, Enzo, Angry Testy, and Fitzgay. That's right.
Correct.
That's who it is. So that's their 5-man roster there. Definitely a strong one at that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Should be a lot of fun to watch them, guys. So they will be in Group A. And, yeah. Now, here's the other thing that's interesting real quick before we get the next person, or the next team, I should say, is it's kind of like how do you say? Like, do you want better teams in your group and then not have the chance to play them in the grand finals? Or do you want to just have an easy road to the grand finals and then worry about it once you get there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just have to wait and see.
Again, it really is, because like I said earlier, top 3 is really what you're aiming for. Finishing first has its benefits, but you want to be top 3 in your group because that will set up that best-of-5 show match for you and give you that ultimate chance. So, yeah, you're looking at both groups right now. I must say Group A is looking like the more powerful group, but, what does that mean in the end? Like I said, does that mean that's necessarily bad, or can that be good for the top-tier team? So, we got Group B now that this will be the 7th team in Group A. Group B. We have 3 teams left. Who's going to be? Wow. Denmark owns Sweden is going to be joining Group B. As we said earlier, this is the team that defeated Vitriolic in an upset there. And if you want to actually list off their roster.
Denmark owns Sweden. That is Etrin. This is so hard. I'm sorry. Sloskadriet.
That's why I let you do it.
Henkisten, Jakubin, I Tell You, Django, and I See Dead People.
That's easy. Yeah, by the way, that's the team name. Don't quote me on anything about that team name right there. All right, so we have, personally, I like Sweden. I've been there myself. I'm going to be going there my 5th time. I just did this.
It's very, very
5th
cold.
time to DreamHack. It is going to be cold.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that, though. All right, so we got 2 teams left. 2 teams left. It is Pikachu and TT Esports.
Yeah. So they're obviously not going to be in the same group.
So, again, this is a thing. It's something tells me if you're with one of these 2 teams, you probably want to be in that Group B, but then you're going to set yourselves up in a tough matchup in the best of 5. So really, it really is a tough decision, and that's where both have their benefits, just like Hellborn and Legion. So,
oh, that was so cute.
Shout out to Doc Kaiser. All right, so who is going to be in Group A?
Just go fast. TT Esports.
TT Esports is going to be joining Group A. No doubt a favorite here in the Destination DreamHack. Of course, that means Pikachu. Hopefully I did it right. Yes. Yep. That is the officially last team. Pikachu will be in Group B. So TT Esports, they're going to be in Group A. That roster, of course, includes Whitalaba, Riser, Slicks, Moravis, and Leon Black. Like I said, this has to be a favorite for really everyone out there in terms of winning this event, or at least finishing one of the three.
This is definitely a group of death guys.
You look at the groups, and yeah, look at Group A.
Let's check this out. We got TT Esports, the returners, Call It Karma, Gary Johnson. I'm going up from down to up. Gary Johnson, FYKU, Pinet Pellet, Q Squad, and then Team Kirk. This is really, in my opinion, the group that's going to be really difficult to see who's going to be those top 3 teams. I could list maybe 5 of them, 4 of them even, but yeah, that's going to be really hard. Let's check out Group B though, Breaky.
Group B, we're dealing with Zit, Thug Sauce, aka former Lion Team, Black Sheep, Bunker Down, former 15, Will Smith, Best Rapper 2012 Swag, Jabba Wabba and crew, Druids, DOS, and then Pikachu is going to be Group B. So, yeah, from an outsider, from somebody that follows the competitive scene, I'm sure people out there as well, you'll look at these 2 groups. Group A is the group of death. I don't think you can really even remotely dispute that. But like I keep going back to, really, you factor in. So Group A, the group of death, but you got top 3. That's all that matters. You're going to be playing a top 3 team from the Group B. And because that is the weaker group, at least from the outlook going into the event, that could set up for maybe a more simple time in that best of 5. That'll just mean it stresses more on doing well on the group stage, actually, and then the best of 5, not necessarily that big, crazy pressure by any means. So,
and yeah, not to knock anybody from the Group B side. They're all pretty damn good teams and good up-and-coming teams. But this almost maybe looks like it's going to be like 3 teams from Group A will clinch those DreamHack spots. Yeah. We'll know, or we don't know yet, obviously, but we'll just have to wait and see. We can only speculate at this time. But it's going to be very, very interesting. So those are the groups, guys. Those are the seeds, so to speak. And, of course, all these teams will play every other team in their group before we actually get to that final best-of-5 death match. So
that is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for that moment especially. But there you go. Those are the 2 groups. Those are going to set up the schedules. Now, Dreamhunt.com, the admin team and the team behind this event, they're already in the process of updating it and making sure that information will be up there as soon as possible for you guys to check out for not only the groups, but the full schedule, really, for both of these teams. And a quick note on that, man, talk about a crazy schedule. So it starts today. It starts today, of course, right after this. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll come back with our matchup. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2100 Central European Time. It's going to continue all throughout the week the same way. For the next 6 days, there will be best-of-3 matches all the way till Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be the finish of these group stages, but those will both be doubleheader days. So we'll be casting 2 best-of-3s on Saturday, 2 best-of-3s on Sunday, and then on Sunday, after that's all finished, hopefully, at least the idea is, we'll have our top 3 teams in each group. So it is going to be a grind here for these teams. Every single day you are scheduled to play a match here in the group stages. Again, each team will play another team once from the group in a best-of-3 format. So you got 7 matches ahead of you really over the next 6 days. And then a 3-day break, and then 17th, 18th, and 19th of October are, of course, those best-of-5 show matches. So
definitely. And should we decide right now who we want to cast today, or are we going to take a little break and then figure that out in the break?
Okay. Good point. Let's go ahead and ask chat. I mean, who do you guys want to see? I have a feeling I know.
Well, we can list off the possible. Can we bring up the brackets real fast?
Yeah,
let's check out
Group A. Bring up the Group A because I think it's safe to say Group A.
Right. Well,
probably the group that.
Yeah, there's still a number of good matches.
There
Group
are
A.
some good matches.
That's Group B, but. We're going to have – I mean, there's going to be good matches, I think. There we go. Group A.
Look at chat. Okay, I don't think I've seen another team.
I'm not even looking at – so. The return. Okay.
I think it's pretty unanimous.
Well, let's just say what the matchups are, guys. Give it a chance. We're going to have Team Kira. Come on. My girlfriend, Lisa.
She's not actually playing, though.
She's the manager.
She's the manager. She's like Panny to –
She's the Panny
Gary Johnson 2012.
Gary Johnson 2012. Come on. You guys don't want to see Lisa?
Oh, boy. All right. So, it's going to be Team Keurig versus TT Esports. That's actually a pretty good matchup. I'm not going to lie. That is a pretty good matchup. But then there's Q Squad versus the Returners, Pinet Pellet versus Call It Karma, and then Fuck You Curity versus Gary Johnson 2012. So, Those are possible matchups. It sounds like the returners is a very popular choice. I think we got to do it to say the least.
It's it's probably the best match. I mean, it's easily the best.
Again,
match.
I want to say, okay, so that's the match we're going to plan for. Now, again, this is a very strenuous schedule. Teams didn't know, what it's going to be like going into it, but there is that very slight chance that a reschedule could happen or whatever. So I don't want to give your hopes up too much, but we will do our darnest to make sure that we're going to cover that match.
Yep.
So returners versus Q Squad is going to be the matchup we're going to look to cover, guys. And then we'll be coming back for that. So that's in just a little over 20 minutes from now. So we are gonna have to do a reset of the stream real quickly. We plan to keep it on, but unfortunately we took off the delay for this show, of course. But we will have to put on the 6-minute delay for the actual broadcast. So we're gonna take a quick break right here, guys. We're gonna reset the stream, and about 6 to 7 minutes from now, it should be coming back up, and we'll get some pregame in shortly after that. So sit tight, stay tuned, grab a snack. Get a drink out there. Stay hydrated. That's always good. And we will be back with what is expected to be the returners taking on Q Squad in our first group stage match here from Dream Han Destination DreamHack. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun. Terrell, if you have any final words.
Just good luck to all the teams. Of course, try to deliberate with your respective team that you will be playing today. Obviously, 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. So that will be it. And, yeah, it should be a lot of fun to watch. We will be casting returners versus Q Squad. So stick around, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Again, quick break here. Reset of the stream. Again, I'm Breaking CPK. Joining me is Ralph Motor, Killer Warren. Shout out to him as always. We'll be back. Stay tuned. See you in just a little bit.